stickers for sale, vintage speed car calendars going out on special tonight. So too AFCF Junior t-shirts, caps, stickers, they got everything down there at the Aussie Trackwear stand, just located in the pits. Make sure you go and see them and take home a present tonight, because I said and Laurie Wicks present will be your second row. Ashley Atkins, I cannot see. So Kiralee Pearce will be there. Tegan Jennings and Dion Wood. And the 22 car, I think, is Spencer Stolzenberg, perhaps. Okay, folks, we're set to go. Look at Kent and Woodrow into each other off the front. Oh, that was an ugly start, but we're going green. Kent and Woodrow, Wicks, and Kiralee Pearce. It's a little ugly, but David Kent in the orange machine is your race leader through 3 and 4 for the first time. Pearce looking for an outside move. Wicks turns right and sets Pearce to the fence. Laurie Wicks running the high line. Woodrow getting the red Cortina slightly up the inside of Kent, but Kent fights back. And David Kent puts another lap in the books. Woodrow, Wicks, Tegan Jennings with a good run, and the blue Cortina up to 5th. Kiralee Pearce, the lady races side by side down the back straight. The big Falcon gets past the blue Cortina and moves up into the 5th. Mossett Woodrow is your new race leader. Kent will fight back on the outside. Kent and Woodrow side by side through turn 2. Kent on the fun button and into turn 3 is your race leader again. They're into it at the front. Woodrow had his first heat race out here at Kingaroy this season, and he's trying to chase him down. Wicks, Pearce, Jennings, it's unchanged. Dion Wood and the Terrence Falcon. And Spencer Stolzenberg rounds out your field, but it's still Kent, your race leader. Woodrow trying the inside move, but Kent closes the door as they start to get the front wheels up of the infield already. Tegan Jennings up on the inside of Kiralee Pearce. Pearce and Jennings. Wicks runs high, and the Redcliffe Ford Reggers Falcon. And Jennings will get past. No, Pearce runs high. Wicks gets past. White flag out for Kent. Kiralee Pearce has got problems. And the big Falcon, she keeps it going after a slight touch with the fence. 2 corners to go. Kent and Woodrow. Woodrow's got his nose on the infield. Here he comes. He gets a little taily. Kent will win heat 1 from Mossett Woodrow. Shane Wicks from Laurie Wicks. But a good heat race and a good heat win to David Kent and the Sunshine Coast 55 machine. Okay. Bjorn Elsham gets out to a good start in front of Calvert. Rob Shanks in the 47 around the outsider. Budgeon. Griffiths in the 34 going backwards as Sarah France gets past and sets aside on Jessica Raymond. Shanks in the 47 hanging it loose through 1 and 2. Gets contact. Him and Calvert. Oh, Shanks is in trouble. And there'll be plenty of damage to the front of the South Burnett 47. Oh dear. Okay. Budgeon and Elstrom to lead us away. Jessica Raymond and Mark Calvert of the second. Elstrom gets a good start again. And will shoot to the lead past Budgeon's. Stolzenberg with a move up the inside of Oxen. Sarah Franz to the infield, but she'll pull back out. Plenty of positions back. Elstrom still your leader. Budgeon coming under attack from the former Queensland junior champion of Jessica Raymond. Calvert, Stolzenberg and Oxham. That's your front half a dozen. The 46 has got about 4 lengths. Back to Budgeon on Raymond, Calvert, Stolzenberg and Oxham, Franz, Griffiths. And the other two are just testing, and Elstrom may have opened up another car length and doing it nicely. Budgeon coming under all sorts of attack from Raymond. Calvert has a little moment as Oxham gets up the inside of Stolzenberg. The 46 machine is flying out in front. Raymond all over the back of the BYR exhaust. The 93 machine of Budgeon. Calvert, Oxham and Stolzenberg, plenty of action. Oxham with a big move up the inside of Mark Calvert for 4th position. Calvert fights back in the orange machine. Oxham moves up into 4th. Calvert left out to dry, and Stolzenberg might slip through also. Half a lap to go for your race leader. Check it at the ready if you're Bjorn Elstrom. Budgeon will hang on by a nose from Raymond. Oxham, Stolzenberg, Calvert, Sarah Franz and Griffiths is how they'll finish. Good to see a good crowd out here too. Well done, Kingaroy, for getting behind the kids. We hope to see you all back the Australia Day weekend, Friday and Sunday night. Could be a big night in the bar, Australia Day night. Plenty of action on around. As I said, Mother Mountain next weekend. And then another cracker of a meeting at Maryborough Speedway. The Queensland QSCA Junior title. Open wheel title for the Queensland Compact Speed Cars. And of course, the Bay City Marines and Redmond's Rudder and Exhaust Super Street Stampede. The lights are out, folks. Round 2 of the Division 2 Street Sedans about to get underway. Dion Wood and Kiralee Pierce in your front row. Here we go, green flag at the ready. Slippery conditions greet the Division 2 Street Sedans. But Dion Wood and the Terrence Ford is your race leader. Kiralee Pierce has a spin and turned around, and no one hit her, thankfully, on the back straight. So Laurie Wicks will be your pole man with Kiralee Pierce to go again. Moss and Woodrow. Spears the 39, Cortina. Down here comes Kent, your Heat 1 winner around the outside. Kent and Woodrow will go at it toe for toe again. But they've got to chase down a Falcon out in front of Kiralee Pierce. Wicks to Tegan Jennings. Back to Wicks. Dion Wood and Stolzenberg. Pearce is still your leader. Woodrow sits in second from David Kent. Tegan Jennings having a good run in the blue. Cortina sits in fifth. Make that fourth. But Kiralee Pearce still doing it nicely in the 77. Oh, David Kent runs high. Jennings gets up on the inside. Young Tegan taking it to Kent. Oh, and Jennings turns the blue Cortina around. And all cars get by, no harm. As Wicks gets up the inside of Wicks, and Wicks leans on Wicks through turn 4. Wicks and Wicks down the main straight. And it's a Wicks-a-thon. Further back for 4th and 5th. Kiralee Pearce starting to come under pressure from Mossett Woodrow. Kent's got plenty of work to do, and I don't think he'll chase down the front too. Pearce and Woodrow. Doing it out in front nicely. The big Falcon still leads. The Cortina of Mossett Woodrow as Tegan Jennings pulls in to give Coral Carroll a fantastic photo opportunity on the infield. That'll look good on the website, thecarrolls.com next week. But it's still Kiralee Pearce leading Mossett Woodrow as the white flag comes out for the final time. The final journey around the Kingaroy Speedway. Pearce leads Woodrow by a slightest of margin. The two go in to turn 3 nose to tail. Pearce will hold off Woodrow, I imagine. Oh, Woodrow's cooked it. And Ken will slip through to second. Take nothing away from Kiralee Pearce. A great drive for first. Ken for second. Woodrow. Back to Wicks. Wood. Wicks. Stolzenberg and Jennings. A great drive by Kiralee Pearce, the Caboolture 77 machine. Numerous occasions. And we'll move on to round across the checkered line for second place. Okay, folks, lights are out. Raymond v Shanks. Well done to the Shanks team for getting the Commodore looking raceable again after his massive crash earlier on tonight. Raymond straight to the front. She'll be hard to catch from there. Shanks sits in second. Calvert and Elstrom. Budgem, Sarah Franz. Oxham. Griffson, Stolzenberg, and Aaron Broadbridge. Division 2 Street Sedans. Easy does it. Alstrom goes to the fence. Shank spins to the infield and leaves a pile of dust for the rest of the field. He'll come back out from the back. And I'll have it all in front of him. But Raymond doing it nicely. Young Jessica. In the Gimpy 30, Cortina leads. First heat from Alstrom. Calvert bunching up the inside of Franz. Franz going wide, trying the outside, moving the Falcon around the outside of Calvert. Franz, oh, look at the move by the big Falcon around Calvert for third place. She'll make it stick. And she sits in third place. Great move around the outside. Raymond still leads from Bjorn Elstrom. Franz, Calvert, Budgeon and Oxham. Sarah France starting to close the gap to the second place runner Elstrom. Broadbridge pulls the infield in the 14 with problems. And the blue and silver Falcon. Raymond Elstrom in second, but for how long? The laps start to count down. France closes up a little closer for second place. The race will be for second and third. Raymond will come past the boss for the final time and take the white flag. Is Sarah France close enough to mount a challenge for second? Oxen's got problems, and that looks like another motor let go tonight. Checkered flag at the ready. The former Queensland junior champ Jessica Raymond will win it. Elstrom to France. Mark Calvert, Bunton, Oxen with a failing engine. Back to Stolzenberg and Griffiths. And Rob Shanks rounds out your field. And Shane Wicks on the front row. David Kent, Dion Wood, Kiralee Pearce, Laurie Wicks, and Mossett Woodrow. Nathan Pronger, Denny Mose and the likes will be here. V8 Ampkers and Dwarf cars on the program that night. Let's turn our attention to event 26. Jennings v Kent on the front row. Let's go green. Jennings and Kent battled into one. Kiralee Pearce is in good form and rare form of the Big Falcon tonight as she gets up the inside of Kent. Tegan Jennings is your race leader through turns 3 and 4. Kiralee Pearce in the Big Falcon gets up the inside of Jennings. Broadbridge hard into the back of Mossett Woodrow, making it hard for him. But Kiralee Pearce is your race leader. Pearce leads Kent to Jennings. Woodrow to Broadbridge. Back to Wicks, Sarah Franz, Dion Wood. The other Wicks car and Spencer Stolzenberg. Mossett Woodrow getting a hard time. The Caboolture 14 car of Broadbridge. Oh, cops a whack from Wicks. For his trouble, Sarah Franz and Dion Wood further back. But it's still girl power out in front of Kiralee Pearce, David Kent, and the Orange Cortina runs second. Tegan Jennings, Wicks going high, and Franz and both Dion Wood get past. A Redcliffe Ford Wreckage Falcon of Kiralee Pearce, still your race leader. David Kent, Tegan Jennings, Mossett Woodrow, Broadbridge, Wood and Franz in a good battle. In old versus new on the Falcons through turns 3 and 4. Franz persists with the outside line. And she's got the big purple Falcon working nicely up there. Can she get past the rest? Dion Wood now past Broadbridge. Oh, Broadbridge has got problems and slows and pulls the infield. Meanwhile, Kiralee Pearce, David Kent and Tegan Jennings, your front three. Woodrow, Wood, Wicks and Franz. That's how they run from 4th to 8th. The yellow and black Falcon, the Caboolture 77 of Kiralee Pearce. Running a nice line and doing it easy, plenty of momentum. Out in front, perhaps Kent starting to close in. A little too late. Checkered flag at the ready. Pearce will win heat 5. Kent for second. Great drive by Tegan Jennings in third. Woodrow, Wood, Wicks, Franz, the next one home. Stolzenberg and Wicks round out your field. A great drive. Kiralee Pearce out in front, showing how to do it. Event 28, the final heat race of the night. Griffins and Budgeon, Shanks and Raymond, Elstrom and Calvert, Oxham and Stolzenberg. Green's waving, green lights are on. Oh, plenty of warning and testing conditions for Division 2 Street Sedans. Budgeon's your early leader, but for how long? As the Kingaroy Auto Wreckers, Gimpy 30. Green Cortina or Raymond closes in on the back of Budgeon. Oh, slip and slide. Out there at the moment, Calvert's got no drive whatsoever. Look at Stolzenberg from the back. Up into third place. Elstrom, Calvert, Shanks and Oxham. Budgeon is your race leader. Raymond all over the back. The big Falcon, Elstrom and Stolzenberg. Oh, we got problems. Elstrom and Stolzenberg come together. And Stolzenberg hit the fence in turn 1. Just for the punters at the bar. Wants to have a chat. Like everyone else. Budgeon, Raymond, Stolzenberg to front 3. Here we go, folks. Budgeon, Raymond. Stolzenberg looking for the outside move on Raymond. Shanks a slight touch to let Calvert know that he's there. Stolzenberg around the outside of Raymond. Oh, Stolzenberg now trying to go around the outside. Oh, Calvert and Shanks into each other. Shanks get past Stolzenberg. And Raymond still runs side by side down the back straight. Oh, Budgeon, your leader, but for how long? Stolzenberg hanging it all out through turn 4. Side 2, Rob Shanks cuts back on the inside. Stolzenberg's your new leader. Pete Stolzenberg leading heat 6. Budgeon runs in second. Raymond, Shank, Oxham, Elstrom. Oh, Raymond to the infield. She regains back to position. Stolzenberg still your leader. Shanks with a panel off the front of the 47. Oxham now around the outside of Budgeon for second. Blue and white Cortina of Oxham now up to second. Oh, Stolzenberg and Oxham side by side. Oxham's your new leader. Stolzenberg back to third. Elstrom up to fourth. Raymond sits in fifth to Shanks and Calvert. Oh, Trevor Oxham got about 3 or 4 lengths to Budgeon. Stolzenberg, Elstrom, Raymond, Shanks. White flag, one journey to one lap to go. One corner to go for Oxham. It's Scrappy further back. Oxham will win it. The action's further back. Budgeon, Elstrom, Stolzenberg, Raymond, then Shanks, then Calvert, and Griffiths will be the last one home. Okay. Now you've got a chance while we finalise the points for the B main, or to be out next. 14 Division 2 streets. Lights are out, we're set to go. Division 2 Street Sedan final. 8 laps the journey. Green at the ready. David Kent and Kingaroy Pierce up the front row. Here we go. Pierce and David Kent, Woodrow, Bjorn Elstrom, Raymond, Budgeon, Dion Wood, Broadbridge. Wicks is there also, so too Sarah Franz, but it's still David Kent will put the first lap in the books. He's your race leader up to 1 lap. Bjorn Elstrom getting it really wide. Through turn 1, Jessica Raymond up to 4th. Kent leads. Kingaroy Pierce into turn 4. Woodrow sits in 3rd. Jessica Raymond 4th. Bjorn Elstrom. Shane Wicks. Broadbridge, Budgeon, Friends, Downwood, Laurie Wicks, Griffiths, Shanks and Calvert. Woodrow has a moment in turn 3 and 4, and Jessica Raymond gets up alongside Woodrow. The two Cortinas battle it out through turns 1 and 2. Broadbridge looking for the outside move on Wicks. Wicks so too Franz. She's got the Falcon working nicely up a mid to 3/4 track. Kent past the boss for another lap. Kingaroy Pierce to the infield with problems. No, she keeps the boot of the Falcon and rejoins in 5th place. Kent leads, Raymond, Woodrow, Elstrom, Pierce, Franz, Wicks, Bjorn Elstrom turns the 46 around in 1 and 2. Onto the infield, no harm done, the race will continue. David Kent still your race leader. Jessica Raymond, Woodrow, Kingaroy Pierce, Sarah Franz. Oh, Kingaroy Pierce up into the fence. The yellows are on. The white flag was about to come out. They may declare it, and yes they do. David Kent will win tonight's feature race in Division 2 Street Sedans. The gate will open and the final race of tonight will come out shortly, the 4-cylinder Speedway Sedans. For what has been a long and eventful night. On track now, event 5 of the night, round 1, heat 1 for Division 1 Street Sedans. And no doubt some more fireworks coming away from the Division 1 Street Sedan drivers. Deoth and Hutchinson's your front row, Leith Crack and Neil Harm, Alan Nottage. I don't think is here. Nottage won't take his spot in the field. John Lath, we're going green anyway. Deoth and Hutchinson. We're away at racing. Neil Harm straight to the fence as he does early on to get past the rest of the field. Deoth's your race leader down the back straight for the first time. Hutchinson under attack from Harm, gets it much for his trouble. Leith Crack, Neil Calderwood. Chris Elliott in the car, John Ladd going backwards. Cowley's got smoke from the 61. Craig Franz, the brand new Falcon, sits behind Layeth to Cooper. And Ronnie Oliver. Oh, we got problems in front of us. And Oliver cleans up Leith Crack and will back into the Cowley. Oh dear. Crack turned around. Oliver nowhere to go. And backed into Cowley for his trouble. And I see a black flag. Oliver, obviously not happy with the decision. And he may be a little lighter in the pocket for his infield annex. Action aplenty. Vision 1 Street Sedans. Oh dear. Oliver is in trouble, I would imagine. Oh, the punters in the bar are happy. Action at turn 1 early on. Looked like the Big W car park on a Saturday morning. Lights are out. They roll past the Witch's Hat. We'll make them go. D-off will lead Harmon, Hutchinson, Kildurst, Layeth, Crack, Cowley, Cooper. And we won't worry about the Falcon further back. Green lights are on. D-off to lead Harmon, Hutchinson away. Watch for Harm, he likes the outside, but he's got Hutchinson up the inside. D-off got a shocking run down the back straight, and it's allowed Harmon Hutchinson to close right up on the back. Travis Hutchinson overcooked things in turn 4, and the Falcon and Neil Harm gets up in a second, but Hutchinson fights back. D-off will get snavelled up. If Harm gets his way, Hutchinson fighting back at the inside. Harm, Hutchinson and D-off. Oh, Hutchinson's at a moment. And the account Ellis will slip through to third. D-off your race leader. Neil Harm and Neil Cowlurlis. Hutchinson back to 4th. Lath and Kelly. Of the Speedway Falcon. There's plenty of smoke billowing out of one of the competitors, possibly the Exxon Batteries Commodore of Cowley. But Neil, your race leader from Harm. Neil Cowlurlis and Travis Hutchinson. John Lath and Jim Kelly. They close up a little bit closer this time round. As the competitors start to use the infield. Through turns 1 and 2. Travis Hutchinson trying to make his move on Cowlurlis for 3rd. D-off will win half the second. Cowlurlis and Hutchinson. Stephen John Lath, Jim Kelly. Chris Cooper, Chris Elliott back into the freight of it all. Cobby Johnson will slide on that. Leith Crack comes out for points. Franz didn't finish. And Ron Oliver watched on from the infield. What a start. Rightio, folks. Let's see if we got some more mayhem from the Rizwan Street Sedans. Yes, it will be sensational, Mr. Brims. So too will the Queensland title here of the Australia Day weekend. Plenty more of this where it come from. Elliott and Harm, here we go. Nice and slippery, not much traction. Cooper hangs the pup, the Magic Dragon, Commodore sideways with not a lot of horsepower on the wood surface. But Chris Elliott, as he's done many times before, goes to the lead. He's a former Queensland champion, and that's why. And the new AV Trailer's Falcon is working nicely. Harm sits in second. He's got Travis Hutchinson all over the back of the South Bend at 87 as Neil Calderas tries an outside move on Craig Franz. Laya then in the action and slots over the inside of Calderas, the yellow Falcon. But it's Elliott out about 4 lengths. Travis Hutchinson driving well tonight and sitting in third place up the inside of Harm. Back to Cooper, Dioff, Franz, Laya, then Calderas. Oh well, it's frantic further back. Oh, Cooper crosses the Dragon up. Dioff will get past. He'll hold Franz, Laya, then Calderas up a little. But it's still Chris Elliott. Oh, Cooper spins in turn 1 and 2. And that may bring on the yellows, I'm not sure. If he can keep the Commodore going, no, that's expected. Not sure if the front. Thank you, Mr. Peel. Good job on the witch's hat. Here comes Elliott to lead us past the head. We go green again. Harm, Hutchinson all over the place. Dioff, France, John Lath. And Neil Calderas. Craig's Franz's new Falcon looks at treats. The Blue Machine sitting in 5th. Plenty of speed. Elliott still leads Harm. Hutchinson's gathered himself back up and he's all over the back of Harm's big Falcon. Dioff and France. As Hutchinson gets the nose of the Falcon up inside Harm. And the two go side by side. Oh, we got problems. Oh dear. Lay it hard into the back of Franz's new Falcon. And turn 1. Claims another one, and Lather's got a little bit of steam. Hutchinson and Harm come together. Locked wheels. And Hutchinson was lucky not to go over. The checkered flag comes out and will declare it.
Actually, a bloke, see that priestess there? John the bloody photographer, I was up here earlier. He did that. Yeah. Yeah, it actually cracks in the police. Oops, here we go.
Okay, green light in the final heat of the Rizwan Street Sedans. Oh, Cooper into the side of Calderas. Oh, here we go again. He didn't make that very obvious. All set the pace. Oh, dear me. Calderas and the big yellow cab on the outside. Here we go. Oh, lead crack got a terrible start. Elliott trying to thread the needle. Oh, Cooper kicked right at a bad time, but everyone got past. Elliott running around the outside of Hutchinson and Murray Dioff. But while this is happening, Neil Cardulis fades away into the distance. In front of Dioff. Elliott up to third, Hutchinson and Harm. Cooper, Johnson and Crack. Oh, helter skelter. For second, third, fourth and fifth. Harm's got the big Falcon lean over hard on the right rear. But to no avail, Dioff. And Elliott, look at Elliott sticking it up around the outside of Dioff through 3 and 4. Elliott hard on the accelerator. The pedal will be hard pressed against the firewall. And he tries to get plenty of drive around the outside of the marbles. Elliott crosses back to the inside. Now tries to set Dioff up for an inside move down the main straight. Dioff wises up to it and hugs the pole line nice and close. Through 1 and 2, Travis Hutchinson now looking for an upstairs move. And allows Neil Harm to get alongside. The unique garages Falcon of Travis Hutchinson. Cardulis with a little bit of smoke on the gimme number 8. Dioff, Elliott, Harm, Hutchinson and Johnson. Cooper and Crack. Look at Elliott and Dioff. Hard at work in the final Division 1 Street Sedan heat. Dioff is being pushed to the limit. Elliott gets a quick run into 2 and Neil Harm now on the inside. Dioff has got another Falcon hard at him. Neil Harm, Chris Elliott, Murray Dioff. And a ding-dong battle to second, third and fourth, white flags out. Cardulis will take the checkered flag and win P3. Dioff, Harm, Elliott, Hutchinson and Johnson. Back to Cooper and Crack. Not looking forward to the final in Division 1 Street Sedans later on tonight. We get the rest of the photos taken. How good's this feature race going to be? Oh, this is going to be fun, folks. I told you to hang around. Division 1 and 2 have been combined. Oh, dear. Look at them roll out. Oh, jeez, there's going to be some trouble. Oh, Division 1 and 2 combined for the second last feature race of the night. Oh, look at the carnage are coming. We could be here till the sun comes up. I'll get to the track. This is going to be good. Officials, get ready. And the tilt tray, stand by in the pits. We might need the tilt tray. Well, let's see what happens in this one, folks. Stack, packed and rack. We're going green for 15. Division 1 and Division 2 combined, final 15 laps. Lights are out. I'd stand back from the fence, folks. If you're sitting on the front row of the grandstand, I'd take a step back and get on the next row. Dioff and Harm. Here we go, folks. Oh, we got one stopped on the back straight already. We got trouble. Broadbridge is going nowhere on the back straight. And let's hope they all stop. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, well done. Dioff and Harm to do it again. Green flags are waving. Dioff and Harm. Turn number 1. Oh, Cooper. Oh, lead crack. Oh, Diop into the fence. Elliott's up there in the boards too. Oh, Diop. Here's trouble. Oh, Oxham. Carnage. Oh, I told ya. Oh, dear me.
Rhino, call her off. That's it.
Okay, Division 1 feature about to get underway. Dioff and Neil Harm. Caldulis and Chris Elliott, Travis Hutchinson and Tom Johnson. Leith Crap, Chris Cooper and Craig Franz. 9 cars. Nice and tidy start. Dioff, Harm, Caldulis and Elliott. Neil Harm up near the fence like he likes to do so to Elliott. Dioff runs in first. Neil Harm driving the wheels up the 86. Caldulis getting up the inside of Harm. Elliott still outside. The mirror is 6 of Travis Hutchinson back to Johnson. Cooper, Crack and Franz. Elliott still hung out to dry, but he's still accelerator looking for a way forward. Tonight's Division 1 feature race. Cooper has a moment, goes the infield, slips on the dew of the infield and regains a few spots back. Murray Dioff still your leader. Caldulis, Neil Harm, Travis Hutchinson making a run on Neil Harm. Travis Hutchinson and Neil Harm. Chris Elliott and Johnson battling out for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. White flag about to come out for Murray Dioff. Neil Caldulis sits in 2nd, Travis Hutchinson up to 3rd. Neil Harm, Chris Elliott, Tom Johnson and Craig Franz. Elliott up the inside of Harm. Checkered flag at the ready. Murray Dioff with the Division 1 feature. Caldulis, Hutchinson, Elliott, Harm, Johnson, Franz, Cooper and Leith Crack. And that concludes the Division 1 feature race. I can tell you that Darryl Richlang and Graham Dawson will be the front row from Bevan Burton, Michael Killeen, Blake Hancock and Trevor Troth, Paul Redmond, Rodney Schleusner, Ray O'Neill, Jason O'Kono, I hope I said that right, and Shannon Jordan is your field. I'm not sure we got that many there, but anyway. Hancock and Troth's your front row. The flag's in the starters' hands. Here we go, folks. Schleusner starts out at 3 in the Redmond's radar and exhaust. Escort of Paul Redmond will chase down the front 3. Blake Hancock leads Rodney Schleusner through 3 and 4. Troth 6 and 3rd. Brand new engine in the little machine, but it runs wide. And he'll consume every little bit of horsepower from the Datsun. Hancock runs wide and allows Troth to get up on the inside of him. Redmond sits in 4th with Darryl Richlang in 5th. But it's still Rodney Schleusner, your race leader. Troth and Redmond goes to the outside. And he'll try to position the Escort nicely for a move on Troth in 2nd place. Dawson and Burton further back. Redmond slips past Drop. Retschlag up the inside of Hancock. The number 6 goes to the fence and allows Burton. Now Dawson up on the inside of him. Rodney Sleusner in the Sigma's your race leader. Ken Redmond chase down Sleusner. Troth, Retschlag and Hancock, Burton. Retschlag in the 33 now on the inside of the Datsun of Troth. Hancock, Burton and Dawson. Nose to tail, Troth, blanket over a lot of them. Sleusner working overtime out in front from Redmond. Oh, Hancock's got problems. And makes contact with the back straight fence. He will keep the orange machine going, but he's gone a long way back. It's frantic further back. Troth, Burton, Dawson. They're every which way. Troth's got problems in the 53. White flag about to come out for Sleusner, who fights his way, pushes and shoves. Here's way past Killeen in the 70. Redmond's closed a little, but he's got about 6 car lengths to chase down Rodney Sleusner. Rodney Sleusner in the 45. The checkered flag at the ready for him, and he'll win heat 1 of the 4-cylinder Speedway Sedans. Paul Redmond will win the 2nd position from Retschlag, Dawson. Iona, Burton and O'Neill. Yeah, that's the 4-cylinder Speedway Sedans. And I do believe Slippery, that'll move us. Oh, Mr. Burton, that was very close. Oh dear. It was nearly carnage already, Trav. Oh, Retschlag nearly had a white bumper. Anyway, Retschlag will be partnered by Dawson on the front row. Alrighty-o, here we go, folks. 4-cylinder Sedans underway. Retschlag and Dawson evenly matched up the front row. The 70's got problems. Sleusner straights him up and slips by. But Dawson, little number 9, is your race leader. Retschlag sits on the low line and rely on the power of the young Dawson. Burton sits in 3rd, Troth, Sleusner, and the 70 machine of Killeen going backwards, snuggled up by Hancock. Dawson is your race leader. Plenty of understeer in the number 9, but he's got to look at Redmond around the outside. Redmond, he's got a little white machine up into his door, but he'll push on and try to chase down Troth in front of him. Dawson leads Retschlag to Burton. Sleusner is 4th, Troth and Redmond. Troth is up high, and that isn't a fast way around Kingaroy. O'Neill and Hancock side by side down the back straight. A little bit of a push left and a little bit of a push right. Troth is still trying to make it happen around the fence. Burton's got all sorts of dramas in the 42. And he may not make the lap out as the 42 starts to slow. Sleusner would have have a face full of oil. And then number 45. Redmond closes up in on top, but Dawson's still doing it nicely. A long way in front of Retschlag. Burton's machine as goes up in a big puff of smoke on the infield and could possibly have red hot flames coming from it. But Dawson gets past Killeen with a... Oh, he doesn't. He fights back Killeen, the lap marker. This will hold him up. Retschlag might be able to chase him down. Tross still right high and cooks it. And here comes another. O'Neill gets past AOK. Hancock's 2. Checkered flag out will declare it. Dawson will win it from Retschlag. And Schleusner will finish in 3rd place.
Over here at what appears, well, Bevan, what do you think? You lost all pressure? Keeping the Mozzies away? I think he could have half an engine. I think the Conrods might have cut the other in half, mate. Plenty of smoke out of that jigger. Please. Oh, the bunny hopping homer. That's what we like to see.
Oh, another fantastic lap by Omer. He might hit the push car. No, he's just missed it. Okay, 4-cylinder Speedway Sedans. Rodney Schleusner and Paul Redmond on the front row. Redmond traded the Super Street for the Escort tonight. He'll be in action on January 20 for the Super Street Stampede. Here we go, folks. Schleusner, Redmond. Redmond and Schleusner, Sigma versus Escort. Dawson, Retschlag, O'Neill. Oh, Redmond's overcooked it. Man goes all the way to the back, Rodney Schleusner. Let's see what unfolds in the final heat for the 4-cylinder Speedway Sedans. Oh, Redmond got the better jump that time from the outside of the front row. Schleusner fights bang in the Sigma. O'Neill, Redmond, Retschlag. Look at the 6. A little pocket rocket fly around the outside of Hancock. The Sigma of Schleusner leaves. Oh, it's trouble. Big contact in front of us. And the number 6 of Jason Iacono is in all sorts of trouble. And there's another one on the highlights reel of the high performance videos. Driver's A-OK. That's a big hit, boss. Front end damage to the front. I like the sign on the front of the Hems, panel beating. Tow truck, official Holden recovery vehicle. Trouble. It's coming. It's coming for Mr. Dawson, who pulls to the infield and wants to talk to the assistant steward. He told him to go away. But if you want to see why he got the black, order a copy of High Performance Videos. He'll have a fantastic view of the action. And you can see Hancock and Killeen line in front of it. Well, Wayne racing Rodney Sleusner, as he did before, leads Redmond through 1 and 2 down the back straight. O'Neill back to Redschlag, Hancock and Killeen. Rodney Sleusner. He's done plenty of laps before and he sits down in front nicely. Redmond chasing hard on the Redmond's radio and exhaust escort. The Mirror Sporting Car Club president runs in second place, back to O'Neill and Redschlag. Blake Hancock and Michael Killeen. The Carroll still taking plenty of photography from the infield to go on the Carrolls.com website earlier in the week. Sleusner, Redmond, O'Neill, who's coming under attack from Redschlag. Redschlag all over the back of O'Neill down the back straight. Hancock running by himself and Killeen a long way back in the 70. The Mitsubishi Sigma of Rodney Sleusner, who runs a little higher through 1 and 2 that time. Still leads Paul Redmond, Ray O'Neill and Darryl Redschlag. It's still the mighty Sigma, who's your race leader. Redmond hasn't got the goods at the moment. O'Neill up onto the infield trying to block Redschlag's way. Redschlag goes to the outside of the 33. Looks back on the inside of O'Neill. The action's for 3rd and 4th between O'Neill and Redschlag. White flag out for Sleusner. Redmond still in 2nd, O'Neill and Redschlag for 3rd and 4th. Sleusner gets past Killeen to put a lap on him. Redmond. O'Neill standing in his seat as he goes through 3 and 4. Sleusner will win it from Redmond. O'Neill, Redschlag won't have the legs to get past O'Neill. Hancock will come home in 5th, back to Michael Killeen. And next down on the track be the round 3 for the Division 2 Street Sedans. 4 states are represented on track now. And kids, this could be you racing out here on a Saturday night. Lights are out, folks. Heat 1 of the Aztec Queensland AFCF Junior title about to get underway. Barron v Brown on the front row. Watch for the Australia champ out of 5 and David Clark behind him. Don't count out Amber Morrison out of 6 in the 64. They've got plenty of Queenslanders to get past in the front 4 positions. Here we go, folks. Queensland title about to get underway. Renee Barron here waiting for the green. We're underway the green. And Kristen Brown got a good start. O'Keefe, Morrison and Hayden. David Clark up near the fence around the outside of Jaden Peacock. But after the first lap, Kristen Brown's the leader. O'Keefe, Amber Morrison in the 64 now up the inside. The Australia champ Hayden blows past Morrison and sets his sights on O'Keefe as Hayden goes to the fence. As he likes to do, he's going to stick the Australia white Corolla around the outside, and he's going to go blowing to the lead. Kristen Brown and Chris Hayden will battle it out down the back straight. Chris Hayden is flying as he now gets the nose of the black machine to the front. Kristen Brown sitting on the pole line. He's working overtime, and here comes the champ. Australia champ to the lead. While this has happened, David Clark has got past Morrison. And Jason Gantz with a super drive from the back. Now up the inside of Morrison. They come past to put a lap down to Renee Barron. But the Australia champion is your race leader past the boss. David Clark now around the outside of Brown. Morrison and Gantz back in the action, so too Pearce and O'Keefe. Oh, the Yokohama machine of David Clark snavels up Brown. Can he chase down Hayden? Oh, I'm not sure if he can chase down the Australian champ. Ryan Pearce with a move up the inside of the South Australian Jason Gantz. Pearce, a good move, he makes it stick and he sits in 5th. Hayden puts another one. In the looks, Clark, Brown, Morrison, Pearce and Gantz. O'Keefe, Hills, Peacock, Francis, Garvey and Barron. That's all 12. Still circulating nicely the Kingaroy circuit. Oh, Pearce all over the back of Morrison. Morrison holds the nerve. And she runs high to look for an outside move on Brown. Ryan Pearce gets a warning. Morrison runs wide. Contact allows Pearce to get past, so too Gantz. O'Keefe and Hills might slip past the Northern Territory flyer. White flag out for the Australia champ as he leads. Clark has certainly reeled him in. Brown sits in 3rd from Pearce. Ryan Pearce gets around the outside of Kristen Brown. Check her out. The champ will win it. David Clark in 2nd. Ryan Pearce, good drive in 3rd. Brown. Jason Gantz to Amber Morrison. O'Keefe, Hills, Jaden Peacock, Francis, Garvey and Barron. That's how they'll finish. Sensational race heat 1. How about it, folks? Put your hands together for the new Australian champion, Chris Hayden. Rightio. We get set for heat 2. Charlie Brown up the front row. And Tim Wolfe on his outside of the 37. Michael Gorman and Justin Smith. Peter Kinnar and Dean Cottrell. Sam Rosa. Bianca Smith, Kayla Barron. Joel Chadwick and Sarah Hanks. 11 cars, 10 laps. Here we go, folks. Watch for Brown and Wolfe at the front row. Brown and Wolfe got a cracker of a a start. And they will stay side by side now the back straight. A little bit of rubbing from the 2 into turn 3. But Wolf is a race leader through turn 4. Can Brown go? With young Tim Wolf in the 37, Justin Smith in on the action. Gorman, Kingaroy and Cottrell. Chadwick, Hinks, Rosa. Smith and Barron. But it's Tim Wolf. The Northern Territory Flyer is a race leader. From Charlie Brown, Justin Smith and Gorman. Nice and tidy thus far in the event. The AFCF Juniors. As I say, that Kingaroy closes up at the back of Gorman. And looking for an inside pass. Gorman closes the door. But Kingaroy is persistent on the inside. The Warrnambool number 5. Kingaroy still machine all over the back of Gorman. He may have to go upstairs if he wants to get around the 54 machine. Through lap traffic, Tim Wolf. No mistakes this time round for him. Charlie Brown will put a lap down on Bianca Smith. Sam Rosa, next one in the line. Oh, Charlie Brown's turned around. We've got problems. Oh dear. How did they all miss the set for the restart as they come past the Witch's Hat? We'll go green, Wolf, Brown and Smith. Here we go. Wolf flies into high gear again. Oh, the battle between the 54 and the 5 for 4. This sensational. Gorman and Kingaroy into a Charlie Brown up at the inside of Wolf. Wolf coming under attack from Charlie Brown. Justin Smith sits in third. Gorman and Kingaroy are like a pair of heavyweights. Battled out for the World Heavyweight Championship for 4th. Tim Wolf has got some work to do as Charlie Brown is a-coming. So too Smith. Smith outfield. Charlie Brown slips past the 37 and he's your new race leader down the back straight. Brown, Wolf and Smith. That's your front 3. They put another lap down Smith all over the back of Wolf. Wolf must have problems in the 37 as his car just doesn't have the speed as it did earlier in the heat. Kingaroy finally gets up the inside of Gorman. But Charlie Brown will win it. From Justin Smith, Tim Wolf, Kingaroy, Gorman, Cottrell, Chadwick and Hinks. Unfortunate for Wolf with problems, but no doubt about your winner. And as he goes down the main straight, folks, put your hands together for Heat 2 winner, Charlie Brown. And not only is Ronnie Oliver a little lighter in the pocket, he will watch the rest of the night from the sidelines. And he won't be taking any further part in tonight's actions for the lunatic display that occurred in front of us. But Heat 3 of the AFCF Juniors on track now in another cracker heat. And that it is. And just to let you know, in the program we've got 5 heats per round, but as a matter of fact it is only 4, as we've rounds up. So event 8 in your program will not be there, but event 6 is, and that's where we're at right now. Heat 3 about to get underway, the Aztec Queensland AFCF Junior title. Joe Dirt is supposed to be on the front. Never mind, Bradley Warren is your pole sitter. Talia Spicer sits on the front row with him. The outgoing Australia champ, Cole Spicer from 3. Watch young Francis. Out of position 5 and he's going down to 6. Here we go. Yeah, Wilson leads us away. Cole Spicer gets past his sister. Where the little bumpet sets his sights on Warren as Francis and Hito go side by side down the back straight. Francis runs in 4th. And sits on the back of Talia Spicer. Runs a little high to the right. Francis to the bottom of the push. Gets past. He might lose a spot back to her as he runs high and overcooked it. Team Joe watching on and Spicer and Francis leveled out through turn 3. Bradley Warren still your race leader. Miles Spicer K1 Kelly up to the right. Sits in second, Talia Spicer in 3rd. Francis now under attack from Hito. Zach Silvernicker. They're circulating the Kingaroy Speedway very fast. The young AFCF junior Bradley Warren. Losing Rowan, South Australia number 1. The leaves from Spicer. Talia Spicer still holding on Francis and Hito. Look at them nosing out from turn 4. Master lost around the time, Walker. Spicer, Francis and Hito. It's a cracker race in front. That's Francis. Into the back of Spicer. It allows Hito down to 39 to get up the inside of the south for that 26. Francis runs high, Hito's get past. Spicer and Warren side by side. We're going to put a lap down on Jeff Fletcher. Talia trying to make a run around the outside of the water. Warren still is the race leader. Spicer and Francis and Hito are into each other. Whittaker. And then Anderson, that's York. Rudy Gross. New Jeff Fletcher, that's the 5th. Warren still leading. Spicer. Dutchy looking for an outside move on Higgins. With Jeff Fletcher. To go all that down from those 2. One three out for Warren. Spicer's got 3 corners to make up with on Warren. Talia watch on the front 2. They come along to pull a lap on Ricky Rose. While Spicer up the inside of Bradley Warren at 4. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, the lap score. Chief Stewart's decision. What a heat race. I can assure you Talia Spicer is in 3rd. We're waiting on the heat win. And the always entertaining 2-litre sedans will be out. So Helmore and Hills, Robert Bradley and Van Zeeland is your front four. Watch for Thompson, Humphreys, and the Queensland champ from further back. Oh, they're packed up nice and tight. They're in the boss man's hands. The green will go and they'll stand on the fun pedal. And heat 4 will get underway. Helmore and Hills, here we go, folks. Greens are waving. Oh, Adrian Cottrell straight around the outside of Humphreys. Oh, they're 4, maybe 5 wide through turns 1 and 2. Oh, hang on to your hats. Scotty McDermott's got a cracker of a start. But from the back to second in 1 lap, the charade of Adrian Cottrell trying to chase down McDermott. Humphreys and Thompson are there. Each corner, Bradley, Barbara, Helmore, Van Zeeland, and Richter. Cars every which direction. McDermott runs off and loses a little bit of ground to Cottrell. The Queensland champ looking up for a move on the South Bay 24 machine. Humphreys in on the action. And watch for Thompson to chase the front 3 down. McDermott and young Adrian side by side. McDermott doing it nicely. Oh, Cottrell's got Trent Humphreys up on the inside of him. Young Humphreys sticking on the low line around Kingaroy. Humphreys, he's slightly in second position. McDermott loses ground again to the infield. Humphreys, Cottrell gets up the inside of Humphreys. Thompson in on the action. Have a look at the AFCF Junior Heat Race. These kids are into it. McDermott going backwards. Oh, we got problems in front of the pit gate. Each corner, Kirsten Van Zeeland nose to nose with a little bit of steam from one of the Australian title t-shirts from last weekend, going out at only $20. A super buy. They got names on all the competitors on the back, and I've no doubt. Lights are out, here we go, folks. About half lap distance is completed. Cottrell to lead us away again. Thompson, Humphreys and McDermott. Barbara, Richters, Hills and Helmore. The Queensland champ is your race leader. Thompson, Humphreys, Ed McDermott and young Nathan Barbara. Can Thompson chase down the charade of Cottrell? I'm not sure if he can. The Queensland and Northern Territory champ and the Australian number 2 leads the final heat for round number 1. Thompson may have closed in a lap or 2, or a car length or 2 I should say, on that time round. Humphreys sits in 3rd. Cottrell around the outside of Helmore, lost ground to Thompson. Thompson's got about 5 or 6 lengths to chase the Australian number 2. Oh, Thompson's got problems in the Maryborough number 8. May have missed a gear. Anyhow, he's got Humphreys right on his tail. Check it, flag at the ready. The Australian number 2. Oh, Adrian Cottrell a win. Heat 4 from Thompson, Humphreys, Barbara, Richter Back to Helmore McDermott. And then back to Casey Hills. Barbara turns it around in front of the pit gate. And Richter noses it. Up into the fence. No harm done. No start this time. Glenn Higgins out of 5 with Jess Fletcher out of 6. Dylan Richter, Bradley Warren, Michael Gorman. Looks like Joe Dirt's got problems. And won't make tonight's racing. Justin Helmore and Charlie Brown from the back of the bus. This time we'll go green. Watch the second row pair of Hadrian Cottrell. Here we go. Barbara will lead him away to turn 1, but Peter Kinnear got a better on the outside. Young Adrian Little charade. Got a good run and now sets his sights on Kinnear. Chris Hayden, the Australian champ, goes upstairs and Jess Fletcher gets turned around to the number 42 machine. That'll bring on the yellows. And we'll stack them, pack them and rack them and do it again. Here we go, folks. The green flag in the starter's hands. Barbara and Kinnear. Here we go. Cottrell and Hayden again. Bradley Warren in on the action. Kinnear got a good start and will be a race leader for the first time past the boss. Cottrell chasing hard and the Charade Bowler holding off the Australia champ who switches back to the inside. Hayden now looking for the inside move on Barbara and he gets it done down the back straight that time round. Warren lines up for a shot at Barbara also. Another lap in the books. In Kinnear leads Cottrell, Hayden, Barbara, Wazza, Higgins, Richter, Gorman and Brown. Back to Fletcher and Justin Helmore. The Australia champs got some work to do to chase the front two down. Peter Kinnear leads Adrian Cottrell. Hayden, Barbara coming under attack from Warren. As Adrian Cottrell gets up the inside to take the lead of heat number 5, the Australian champion has a moment of the infield. And he'll go back to 5th position as Warren and Barbara gets past. Hayden will fight back. And young Nathan Butler is on the wheels of the Charade. We got problems in front of us. And the Australia champ nowhere to go. Hard into the front of Justin Helmore. And high performance videos. That's one for the highlight reel. Unfortunate for both Helmore and Hayden who got plenty of front end damage. Off the Charade, we got problems in front of us. And the Hopefully the Australia champ. And both Helmore can continue. Some of these off to Western Australia to contest their state title in a few weeks. Adrian will lead Peter Kingaroy. Barbara's got plenty of work to do with Bradley Warren behind him. But look at the Queensland champ, he's blown out. About 4 lengths on Peter Kingaroy. Barbara's got plenty of troubles with the South Australian champ behind him, Bradley Warren. Barbara goes mid-track. Warren sits in right behind him, back to Higgins. And the likes, Barbara runs wide and Warren now up into third. And sets his sights to Kingaroy, who's starting to fade away in the distance. But it's the charade of Henry Cottrell, the Queensland and Northern Territory champion who leads. Heat number, whatever we are, 6 or 5 even. Adrian puts a lap down on Helmore as the phones are ringing off the hook in the control tower. The Queensland champ puts another lap in the books. Kingaroy runs second from Warren and Barbara. Circling at a great rate of knots. The Australian champion runner-up, Adrian Cottrell. It's flying around with half a lap to go in heat 5. Kingaroy from Victoria has got second, just about sewed up. Adrian Cottrell will win it. Kingaroy and Bradley Warren. The next one home from Nathan Barber. Higgins from Gorman. Charlie Brown and Richter. Back to Helmore, what a drive. As he goes past the bar post, puts her hands together for the Australian number 2, Adrian Cottrell. Heat 6 of the Aztec Queensland AFCF Junior title. Thanks again to Aztec Paints, Insulating Coatings for their sponsorship for this prestigious event. And you can keep up to date with all the happenings at Kingaroy Speedway on the website, the W's, sbsc.com.au. And don't forget about the Aussie Trackwear stand down in the pits. Plenty of hot deals down there. The Australian title t-shirts going out for only $20. And plenty of DVDs on sale down there from High Performance Videos. Or why not order your copy of tonight's action from the guys while you're down there also. The lights are out, we're set to go for heat number 6. Young Dean Cottrell will partner David Clark and we'll see what happens. They jumped a little early, but the green is given. They got away evenly, but David Clark will lead the field down the back straight. Francis will be snavelled up by Justin Smith, and Jason Gantz wants in on the action as he wants to get to the front quickly. But Rocket Clark fades away in the distance. Gantz with a bit of push and shove from Francis. Gantz was hard into the side of Francis, but he gets by, no harm done. He's gone lead Smith with a third place down the main straight, but David Clark is still your race leader. coming under all sorts of attack as Gantz goes to the outside and will try an outside move for third. He's gone again, side by side. Justin Smith looking for a way past also. Back to Francis, Talia Spicer, and Tim Wolf, Mitch Garvey. And the Hills machine back to Sam Razor, who's about to go left down. While this is happening, Gantz gets past Deacon for third. But he's got a lane to chase down, pulling up lane. Oh, this South Australia, Dean Cottrell, who sits in second. He's trying feverishly in his little red and black charade to chase down young Rocket Clark. He's a convincing leader. On hook number 6, Francis, getting a little help in hurt from Spicer. Spicer goes to the infield sideways. That gathers the charade up and sends the back Selvon back on the way. David Clark still your leader. Oh, heat number 6, doing it nicely. Out in front. Wolf gets on the inside of each corner. Talia Spicer makes her way past Mitch Garvey in the Northern Territory 23 machine. David Clark is flying out in front. There comes past the ball and down on Garvey. Clark takes the white flag. Still sits in second. Gantz can't chase him down. Oh, Francis getting turned around by Spicer. Garvey hard into the fence. The Northern Territory number 23 hit the wall at speed in turn 3 and 4. And a checkered flag may come out. Clark will win heat number 6 from young Dean Cottrell. Jason Gantz in third. There's a super drive by young Dave Rocket Clark. Mitchell Garvey able to drive away from the incident. That's a good sign for the young Northern Territorian. And the big Barney water truck got the spray bar going, and there's a little bit of a wet spot in turn number 1. This will be sensational. The in-car camera from High Performance Videos is in the A1 patio charade of the former Australia champion Cole Spicer, and is that pointing backwards, pointing forward, getting all the action as the driver will see it. I saw some fantastic in-car footage from last weekend on the title DVD, which is now selling at the Aussie Trackware stand. And sensational footage from the in-car camera, I can assure you. Michael Francis will start heat number 7 out of pole with Scott McDermott on his outside. Mitchell Whittaker and Brittany Gross, Carla Barron, Ryan Pearce, Jaden Peacock, Bianca Smith, young O'Keefe and Kyle Spicer from the back. pit gate about to shut. We're still on the yellow sport here at Kingaroy Speedway and bringing the Queensland AFCF Junior title to you. And heat 7 now about to get underway. Francis V. McDermott on the front row. Francis got to a cracker at start and left McDermott in his way. There's and the inboard camera on. Spicer, who's already got past half the field, and he sticks it up on the fence and tries for an outside move with 77 to right there. McDermott overclocks things a little. And he gathers the 24 up. And we'll bring on the yellows. And we'll do it all again. McDermott will look for a better start. This time with Francis, but Francis does it again. There's and here comes Spicer once again. Around the outside of half the field already, Pierce. Oh, we got problems. Oh, all sorts of dramas in turn number 2. As they all swerve to avoid. O'Keefe.
Photo finish if ever I have seen one there. Or you'll have to give us notification of who won what, when, where and why. dream of a race. These two cars qualified 3 and 4 in the Australian title A main. Both were unlucky with a few decisions, but I bet you those two cars are keen to make a vengeance for lost reputation, pride, whatever you want to call it. I bet you these two go hammer and tongs, mate. They'll be flying off the front row.
Okay, lights are out. Thompson v Heathcote. Keep your eye on these names throughout the years, folks. These kids can drive. Here we go, Thompson and Heathcote up the front row. Amber Morrison's no slouch, and she will be happy to try to chase down the front two boys. Joel Chadwick sits in fourth, Trent Humphreys. Hinks, Orm, back to Hills, Kristen Brown. And Robert Bradley rounds out your field, but Scott Thompson is your race leader. Heathcote with a little puff of white smoke from the Risbon 39 machine. He might have problems in the 39, but Thompson, no problems to him thus far in the event. Sits nicely out in front. Amber Morrison has a slight moment in turn number 1 and allows Chadwick and Humphreys to close up in the back. Oh, the Northern Territory Flyer, who was runner-up in the Autobahn Best Presented car last week. Thompson and Heathcote going at it out in front. Morrison, she's got a hinge forward, Chadwick. Humphreys dropped back a little. Sarah Hinks coming under attack from Nudgy Orm. Kristen Brown. Oh, Chadwick's turned around in front of the field. And once again, great work on the drivers to evade the spinning Chadwick. Lights are out. We'll restart them for another time. Thompson will lead Heathcote away. Here we go, past the cone. In with all noise, Heathcote got a better start, a better run on Thompson. But Thompson's got the momentum up now as he rolls through turns 3 and 4. Thompson to Heathcote, Morrison, Humphrey, Pink. Humphrey's looking for an inside move on Morrison. Who makes it happen? Pink's coming under attack as Ellie Hills goes to the infield. And he'll come out of the rear of the field. But Thompson's still doing it. Out in front. Heathcote trying to get the nose of the 39 up the inside of the maroon. Number 8 of Thompson. Humphrey sits back in third. As Thompson and Heathcote come past Barron and put a lap down on her. It's all happening. Morrison, Orm, Hinks and Brown get past Barron A-OK. And Thompson still leads. Heathcote with a puff of white smoke again. Morrison to Orm, Hinks, Brown and Chadwick. Half a lap to go for Thompson through 3 and 4. Here comes the Maribarian. Thompson will win heat 8 from Heathcote and Humphreys. Morrison to Wong, Hinks, Chadwick and Brown. Back to Ellie Hills, Robert Bradley and Renee Barron. But how about that, folks? Put your hands together for the Aztec Paints Heat number 8 winner, Scotty Thompson. Still looking for a harmonic balancer. front row. Spicer and Humphries is the cracker of a second row. Let's see what unfolds in heat number 9. The third and final round of heats are about to get underway. Pearce and Richter, Spicer and Humphries, Wolf and Thompson further back. Here we go. Pearce out away nicely and Spicer right on his bumper bar. Oh, they're 4 wide into turn 3. And they get through nice and cleanly. Spicer makes the move to the race lead from Ryan Pearce, Humphries, Richter, Kingaroy, Hills, Wolf and Thompson are all there fighting for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Jaden Peacock up the inside of Jess Fletcher as Casey Hills turns around and brings on the yellows. Certainly to the delight of Trent Humphries, who turned the Vulture 14 machine around. We're back underway. Spicer got a good start again. Humphries and Thompson trying to chase down the front two. Pearce and Spicer. Tim Wolf looking for a way around the outside. Peter Kingaroy and Tim Wolf side by side. Through 1 and 2. Ryan Pearce is still your leader. But for how long? Kyle Spicer with the inboard camera. Looking forward to all the action from High Performance Videos. Hot on the tail of young Pearce. Humphries has got some work to do. With Scotty Thompson running 4th and right on his tail. Rick out of Peacock. Wolf and Kingaroy are still side by side. Down the main straight, Nathan Barber in on the action. Back to Casey Hills and Jess Fletcher. Oh, Wolf gets a bit of a touch. Kingaroy and Barber get past. There's Spicer, Humphries to get past. The back marker of Justin Elmore. Thompson working overtime. Trying to get past Humphries for 3rd. Spicer likewise all over the back of Pearce. Pearce and Spicer come up on Jess Fletcher to pull a lap down. Pearce goes high, Spicer and Pearce up the inside of Fletcher and Spicer's your new race leader. The A1 Patio Charade of Cole Spicer. Here's your race leader from Pearce, Humphries and Scott Thompson, who's still battling hard to get past Humphries. Back to Richter in 5th, Kingaroy up to 6th from the back. Young Spicer still your leader. As Thompson has a moment in turn 2. Hangs on. To the middle of number 8 with full contact with the fence. Then walk 20 degree and then momentum. Down Humphries. Spicer circulating the Kingaroy track at a great rate of knots. He comes up on Young Hills. Pearce steps in second. Humphries to Thompson. Richter under all sorts of attack from Kingaroy, who gets the Victoria number 5 on the inside. The Richter flies back as they come out of the last corner for the final time. Spicer will win heat. Heat number 10 from Ryan Pearce, Humphreys to Thompson, Richter, Kinnear, Barbara, Peacock, Wolf, Fletcher, Helmore, and Hills rounds out your field. What a drive. The former Australian number 1. Australian number 3 is number now, Kyle Spicer. Gorman sits out of 3. Talia Spicy 4. Chris Hayden, the Australian champ, out of 5 with Amber Morrison on his outside. Here we go, folks, heat number 10. For the Aztec Queensland AFCF title. We turn them loose for heat number 10. Hooks and each caught. Gorman, Spicer, Morrison and Hayden. Oh, Spicer to the fence. And we'll do it all again. Heat 10 is underway once again. Hinks each gone. Hayden, Spicer, Morrison trying to thread the needle between McDermott and Spicer. Hayden up to second already. Each gone. Stopped quickly and now Amber Morrison gets past the Australian champion, going for the high side move on Sarah Hinks in the Brisbane number 7. Hayden hanging it all out there nice and wide. Hinks driving the wheels up the pink machine. Out in front. Chris Hayden won't go away. Nor will Talia Spicer, who sits in 3rd. Hayden persisting. No, he drops back on the inside, going for the inside move on Hinks. Oh, yellow's on. Stewart's decision will be interesting to rule on that one. We'll see what happens. Talia Spicer couldn't believe her eyes when the 2 front runners went to the infield. Young Sarah Hinks to lead us away. Here we go past the witch's hat through turn number 1. Let's see how long it takes for Hayden to chase down the front couple. Hinks, Spicer and Morrison are your front 3. And that's how they stay. Hayden nice and wide. Down the main straight. Now onto the back of McDermott. Looking for a way past the South Burnett 24. And improve his spot up to 5th, which is what he does, and sets his sights. Now on Grant Eatcorn in the number 5. Hinks, Spicer and Morrison doing it for the girls out in front. Can Hayden chase down the front few? Hinks driving the wheels off the pink machine. Talia Spicer all over the back. Morrison falling off the pace a little. The 5 of each kind now has got the black Corolla of the Australia champ all over the back. Hayden goes upstairs for an outside move. Hinks runs a little wide. And Spicer looks for an inside move. Hinks up on 2 wheels. And Amber Morrison, junior race leader. How did Hinks not go over? I'm not sure. But thankfully she didn't. Each con with a little bit of a run sideways. The girls still 1, 2 and 3, but it's Amber Morrison who leads. Heat number 10. Spicer up the inside of Morrison. Hinks sits in 3rd. Hayden's made his way up to 4th. And there must be only a couple of laps left in this. Talia Spicer will come around to take the white flag. Hayden all over the back of Hinks. Hayden gets past Hinks. Hayden now up the inside of Morrison. Morrison and Hinks and Hayden. Out of turn number 4. Spicer will win it. Morrison and Hayden. Morrison will get second. Hayden in 3rd. Hinks fourth, each going McDermott, Gorman and Bradley. And that concludes the thrilling race. How about it, boys and girls? Put your hands together for the all-girl front two, Talia Spicer and Emma Morrison. Sensational heat race, number 10 of the Aztec Queensland AFCF Junior title. Plenty of noise for Homer as he comes around. Homer, Homer, Homer. That's it. Loud kids rock. We like plenty of noise at the Speedway from the kids. Go Homer. That's green, that's the grass on the infield. C for Charlie, number 93. Green ticket, C for Charlie, number 93. Congratulations, you're the winner of tonight's raffle. You will have a choice of a Holden or a Ford jacket, I do believe. And you can come down to the main canteen below us here in the control box to collect your prize. Green ticket, C for Charlie, number 93. Heat 11 of the Aztec Insulated Paints Queensland AFCF Junior title. Second last heat of the night for these guys, Bianca Smith and Jason Gans in the front row. Here we go, folks, heat 11 underway. Gans and Adrian Cottrell. This will be a good battle out in front. Gans has been quick early on. Look at young Gans holding up the first lap challenge of the Australian number 2, Adrian Cottrell, who sits right on his bumper back to Smith. That's Dustin Smith, Brittany Gross, Bradley Warren, Joel Chadwick, Francis, Dean Cottrell, Bianca Smith and Sam Rosa. That's your field in heat 11 as they are. But Jason Gans leads his fellow South Australian campaigner. The Australian number 2, Charade of Adrian Cottrell. Look at him inside, looking at him outside. Here they come to put another lap down. Jance running a good line, about a car length off the pole. Oh, Cottrell, he looks for an upstairs move. He'll stay up high and try the drive around the outside. Gans is aware to it, slides the little machine up a little further. So they come around and put a lap on Sam Rosa. Justin Smith still sits in third from Bradley Warren. Francis to Chadwick Gross and Dean Cottrell. But Jason Gans, the South Australian number 13, is flying. And he's got one of the best in the business right on his tail. They approach Bianca Smith to put a lap down. The Queensland security fences, number 31. Smith, Bradley Warren and Michael Francis are ripping in for third, fourth and fifth. Smith, Warren and Francis. Oh, look at Bradley Warren going to the outside. Francis on the inside of the 26. Oh, Francis up into the door to Warren. Oh, Warren back at Francis, trading black and blue paint to one another. That 2 run and fourth and fifth. Meanwhile, Gans still leads. Cottrell, oh, Francis and Bradley Warren are into each other. Oh, Bianca Smith, the lap marker, holds a line and Francis can't get past. Joel Chadwick around the outside of Francis. The 6th position, Gans still leads. Checkered flag about to come out. Jason Gans will winner, what a drive in front of Adrian Cottrell. Justin Smith will hang on for third from Bradley Warren. Michael Francis, Joel Chadwick, young Dean Gottrell, Bianca Smith, Brittany Gross. Oh, great drive. How about that, folks? Put your hands together for the South Australian, Jason Gans.
Young nudge, nudge, wink, wink off a pole. Made the A main last weekend. Had to work his way through the B main. He's certainly a crowd favourite. Is our little nugget Orm. Fantastic, that little Swift. On the outside, another local favourite. I've spoken to Brian before. He's unable to get this car to go as good as the twin car, but he's tried to distribute, he's tried everything. This is the last ditch effort to see if it can go. Back to you, Rhino.
Oh, thanks, big fella. Here we go, Nudgy Orr and Francis. Let's see what the two have got. Watch for Clark to come through from further back. Heathcote and Charlie Brown. Charlie and Kristen Brown, side by side. Heathcote, Whittaker and Clark, plenty of talent further back. Taking nothing away from Nudgy Orr, who leads after the first lap. Higgins, Francis, Hills, O'Keefe. Hills runs wide. And the yellows are on. Let's see what these little angry kids get up to in the final heat of the night. Nudgy Orman, Francis. Here we go. Oh, it's full wide past the boss as the light went green. Hills, O'Keefe, Brown and Clark. Oh, hard in your mouth stuff as they go down the back straight. Into turn 3, Orm leads Higgins. Oh dear. Oh, Charlie Brown into the fence. And problems for O'Keefe also. Back straight into turn 3, Orm leads Higgins. Oh dear. Oh, Charlie Brown into the fence. A little bit of damage to the front of Charlie Brown's machine. The lights are out. Here we go for the restart. Orm and Francis to do it all again. Heathcote and Kristen Brown got a good start. David Clark all over the back of Francis. And up the inside of him now. Oh, Nudgy Orm is your race leader. He's got Higgins behind him. David Clark in the Brisbane number 2. Kristen Brown, Francis and Heathcote. Back to Whittaker and O'Keefe. Orm's a race leader still as Clark gets around the outside of Higgins. They close up on Young Hills. That's Ellie Hills, the number 12. Orm puts a lap down on Aaron. Orm's got Clark all over the back. Higgins to Kristen Brown, Heathcote, Francis and Whittaker to O'Keefe. Oh, Nudgy Orm is driving the wheels. Off the 22, look at him go. Hard charge behind him of David Clark. Higgins and Kristen Brown battling out for 3rd and 4th. On the low. David Clark. Chasing quiverously the South 22. He's all over the back of Orm, down the back straight into turn number 3. Nudging Orm as they come up on Ellie Hills and Renee Barron. Nudging Orm leads it, but for how long? Clark goes to the high side. Higgins, Brown, Heathcote get past Renee Barron. Look at David Clark venturing upstairs around the fence. David Clark, Orm on the inside. David Clark and Nudgy Orm with a couple of laps to go. Ding Dong battle for first and second. Clark into the side of Orm with a slight touch to let him know he's there. Orm will take the white flag, one to go. The young Aussies driving the wheels. The Ogle with half a lap to go. Nudgy Orm out at turn number 4. Yeah, Orm will win it from Clark. Higgins, I'd say, in front of Heathcote, Brown and Whittaker. Kingaroy. What a heat race. The final heat of the night goes to a local yokel. Give it up for Ken Orm.
Fan club over there. What a fantastic race by Nudgy. This kid's only had 5 race meetings, folks. He has done fantastic. Little Nudgy Orm. You there, Rhino?
Yeah.
Charlie Brown's the requested 2 minutes. So
Righto,
it's
boss.
to stop clock now.
2 minutes for Charlie Brown. The stopwatch is no doubt started.
They think they might need 5, but if they can shrink it into 2, that'll be perfect.
Well, they're repairing a bent. Something bent on the front end, no doubt, Trav.
Push right back onto the firewall, and they're just trying to put some new bars underneath to bring it forward so he can make it out for the B main.
Ah, very good. Well, he's set to start out of P3 right behind Tim Wolf, the flyer
Well
from
set
Northern
the
Territory.
pace.
15 laps. We're going green for 15. Here at Kingaroy Speedway for the B main. Wolf gets a good start from Cottrell. Higgins goes to the inside, Tim Wolf. O'Keefe turns the number 4 around in front of us. Out of harm's way in the infield, hang on. The lights are on. Okay, folks, B main about to get back underway. Wolf and Cottrell once again a good start on the front row. Cottrell fighting on the outside of the charade, and he's your new leader. Young Dean leads this one from Tim Wolf. Higgins, Barbara Whittaker going high, allows Kristen Brown now to get up the inside of Whittaker. Oh, O'Keefe's rolling backwards. Faster than some of the others going forward. The lights are on. B main for the Queensland AFCF Junior title. Here we go. Oh, Higgins. Well, left hand down on Barbara Whittaker around the outside. Meanwhile, Cottrell goes to the front. Wolf sits in second. Barbara back on the inside. Great move by him up the inside of Whittaker. Higgins on the back of Whittaker through 3-4. Bit of a touch from the 25 on the 6. Kristen Brown. Scott McDermott, Sarah Hinks, Gorman, Chadwick, each gone. Rector, Gross, O'Keefe, Francis and Peacock. That's how they fare up for the first lap of the B main. Whittaker and Fran. Oh, it's Whittaker and Barbara, sorry, side by side down the main straight. Tim Wolf sits in second. with Dean Cottrell going a long way out in front in the early stages of the B-main. Barbara sits in third, Whittaker still fighting hard for the position. Kristen Brown sits in fifth, and she'll need to improve on if she wants to go to the ninth. A-main. Whittaker onto the back of the bumper of Barbara. Brown on the infield, a little dust back for Higgins, Hinks and Chadwick. McDermott, Gorman, Gross, Eatgorn. It's all happening and still Dean Cottrell who leads. Chadwick up the inside of Hinks through turn one. Gorman now up the inside of Brittany Gross. But it's still the young South Australian who leads the B-main. Barbara is up into second as Tim Wolf goes back another spot to Whittaker. Eachcon's got problems in the 5 and loses plenty of positions. And now has O'Keefe hot on his hammer. Chadwick and Hinks are in a ding-dong battle in turn number 3. Chadwick high, McDermott over the inside. And McDermott goes to the infield. And remain plenty of spots down the pack. Tim Wolf running side by side and now around the outside of Whittaker for third. As Nathan Barbara closes up on the young South Australian out in front. Barbara's driving the wheels off the shelf beneath 17. As Wolf and Whittaker still side by side down the back straight into turn number 3. Chadwick won't go away off the back of the pink machine of Hinks. Whittaker and Wolf side by side through number 1. Laps start to tick down, and the young South Australian leads the local yokel of Nathan Barbara. Whittaker and Wolf in a big battle for third and fourth. Back to Kristen Brown, Sarah Hinks trying the outside move on Higgers. Puts her back a spot to Chadwick, who's trying to get up the inside of the 25 of Higgins. Hinks drops in behind Chadwick and she could lose another spot to Gorman. Meanwhile, the South Australian young Dean Cottrell is your leader by the narrowest of margins over Barbara. Whittaker sitting nicely in third to Wolf and Kristen Brown. Brown still, she's the cut-off point. She will miss out if she stays in 5. Wolf is the last man at the moment for tonight's A-main. Wolf runs a little high and Kristen Brown now. Kristen Brown up the inside for 4th place. The two are side by side. Wolf and Brown battling it out for 4th and 5th. O'Keefe coming back out onto the circuit. Possibly a lap or so down. Look at the action further back. Higgins, Gorman, Chadwick and Hinks down the back straight. Changing positions on a regular occurrence. The South Australian, the young Dean Cottrell in the charade leads Barbara and Whittaker. Kristen Brown is up to 4th. Wolf back to Chadwick. Higgins, Hinks, Gorman and Gross. Oh, he's gone. Turn around and into the fence with Barbara. Oh no, it's Francis. My apologies to the Barbara fans. Barbara still sits nicely in second position. Gorman and Gross. Oh, he's gone. Turn around and into the fence with Barbara. Mustn't be many laps to go, but each corner back to Whittaker. Kristen Brown, Tim Wolf and Joel Chadwick. Past the witch's hat we go. The charade of young Dean will lead us away. He got a good start and has opened up a few car lengths on Barbara. Tim Wolf will throw everything. That Kristen Brown, he runs a little high. Oh, Chadwick out to the side of Wolf. Chadwick gets through, white flag out, we got one to go. Barbara closed in a car length or so. Check it, flag at the ready. The main winner tonight will be young Dean Cottrell. Nathan Barbara, Mitchell Whittaker, and Kristen Brown will transfer. Joel Chadwick, Higgins, Tim Wolf, Sarah Hink, Brittany Gross, Gorman Peacock, Dylan Richter, Scott McDermott, and Nicholas O'Keefe. That's how they transfer in the top four. Cottrell, Barbara, Whittaker, and Brown will transfer to tonight's A main. That'll be coming up very shortly. So well done to those four. I'll be back shortly for the final, the main event. Roofs, walls, they do everything. They'll make your place cooler this summer. Make sure you give Ken a call, 04 12625087 for your quote for the summer. Let's talk about, I'll tell you how they'll line up. The defending Queensland champion, Northern Territory number 1 in Australia number 2. Young Adrian Cottrell will start out of 1 with David Clark out of 2. Kyle Spicer out of 3 with Scott Thompson out of 4. Ryan Pearson, Bradley Warren line up on the 3rd row. The 4th row consists of Jason Gantz and Trent Humphries. The Australian champion back in 9th, Chris Hayden and Justin Smith will partner on the 5th row. Amber Morrison, Shane Hitchcock, Michael Francis, Caradon, Peter Kinnar, Talia Spicer. Then the B main transfers of Dean Cottrell, Nathan Barbara, Mitchell Whittaker and Kristen Brown rounds out your field for tonight's A main. Still waiting on a few more. Or one more, perhaps. Gates are shut.
Here we go.
Lights are out, folks. We are 20 laps away from crowning the new Queensland champion. The AFCF Juniors. 19 cars, 20 laps. Ready for 20, here we go, folks. Cottrell and Clark are away and racing. Clark got a good start, look at Scotty Thompson. Scott Thompson on the outside of Spicer. Track nice and fast and bloody grip out there for these kids. Oh, Spicer Thompson got a good run out of 3. Pierce and Bradley Warren have got through. Thompson going back a few spots. Adrian Cottrell their race leader from Clark, Cole Spicer. Pierce, Scott Thompson, Bradley Warren, Jason Gantz. Chris Hayden, Smith into the back of Francis. Smith to the infield, he'll come back out a few spots down. But Cole Spicer and Northern to the back of young David Clark. Making him earn his lead two at the moment. Oh, Thompson still stuck on the outside. Gantz looking for a way underneath it. Back to Humphries. And Michael Francis. Oh, Humphries turns himself around and goes to the infield. Race continues. That's Cole Spicer gets up the inside of Clark. Look at the two move each other up down the main straight. Spicer and Clark under each other. Spicer through to 2nd. Thompson still on the outside of Gantz. Back to Chris Hayden. Oh, Barbara's got problems with plenty of sparks. Humphries. But it's Adrian Cottrell who's your race leader. Carl Spicer sits in second. David Clark. Barbara pulls the infield with problems. Ryan Pearce gets a little touch of Bradley Warren Thompson now up the fourth. Jason Gantz going upstairs. Chris Hayden sitting on the infield. The Australian one stranded on the infield. And Hay will go a lap down and spins out on the infield. Once again, Cottrell still leads. Kyle Spicer runs in second to David Clark, Scott Thompson, Ryan Pearce, Bradley Warren and Jason Gantz. Adrian Cottrell's got a massive lead and he comes up to put a lap down on Trent Humphries. Kyle Spicer back to Rocket Clark, Thompson in fourth. Shut the gate, the horses, Boland Kennedy on chase. Down the South Australian flyer out in front. Young Adrian doing it nicely. May have buttoned up a little. Conserve the car for 20 laps. Spicer in second. Clark Thompson coming under pressure from Ryan Pearce. Warren, Gantz, Francis and Heathcote. The young South Australian little leagues really going back to back of the Queensland Championships. Humphries into the back of Cottrell. Has the Queensland champ got problems? Oh, Adrian Cottrell's got problems in the Queensland number one. Heartbreak for young Adrian. Oh, the young Shiraz lost power. And Kyle Spicer, the junior race leader. Heartbreak. Oh, unfortunate. The Shiraz pulls the infield, your leader. It's gone in Warlock finish. Kyle Spicer's your leader. Thompson now up the inside of Clark for second. Warren Pearce had a good run in at two. Gantz and Francis. Oh, look at the car on. Further back, Clark, Thompson, Warren, Ryan Pearce, Gantz, Francis and Heathcote. Spicer in the A1 patio, Charade out in front, the former Australian number one. He's the race leader. Oh, massive crash on the main straight. Oh dear. Heathcote nowhere to go. Ryan Pearce got contact. And Gantz and everyone hard into the fence. Oh dearie me. They're all racing side by side. Too many cars. Good to see Ryan Pearce out of the car. Oh, massive crash on the main straight. But massive damage to the front of the Caboolture 77. So too Shane Heathcote. The Brisbane 39 will also come to the infield and take no further part. Lights are out. Gantz and Francis I'm not sure what they're thinking. I would imagine they will not taking any further part in the race. Black flag coming. Jason Ganson, Michael Francis's way. Yellows are on and they'll learn their fate as they come past the boss. Gantz learns his fate. Francis learns his fate. They had been told 3 or 4 times and still couldn't work it out. Clark and Thompson, can they chase down Spicer? Unfortunately, sustained front end damage. Didn't take no further part. Spicer, Clark and Thompson and Warren, that's it, run 4. 5 laps to go, folks. Can Clark or Thompson or Warren get past the Schrader Cole Spicer? Warren over the back of Thompson. Thompson looking for a way past Clark. Spicer out in front. Spicer leads Clark to Thompson and Warren. Talia, Spicer, drives up into the side of Kieran Orm. Spicer still pushing and shoving past Orm. Clark starting to close in on Spicer through turn 3. Thompson and Warren. David Clark. Oh, Talia, Spicer, we got the yellows on. Yellows brought on again. And tonight's Aztec Paint Queensland AFCF Junior title. Will any challenges come from Clark or Thompson? Bradley Warren further back is a chance. Here we go. 2 laps. Nice and easy. Clark down low. Spicer didn't get as good as run. Clark hovering behind, so too Thompson and Warren. Bradley Warren going upstairs in the South Australia number 1. White flag out, we got 1 to go. Cole Spicer with 1 lap. Oh, Humphreys turns himself around. Checkered flag at the ready. Yellow will come on. And Humphreys. Here we go, folks. 1 lap to go. Spicer got a good jump on Clark. Clark sitting low, Spicer. Mid-track for Spicer's played it nice and simple. 2 corners to go. Checkered flag at the ready. You knew Queensland AFCF champions Cole Spicer. Dave Clark home in 2nd. Scotty Thompson home in 3rd. Bradley Warren, Talia Spicer. Nudgy Orm. Mitchell Whittaker, Trent Humphreys, Justin Smith, Dean Gottschall and Peter Kinnar. Ladies and gentlemen, what a drive by the former Australian champion and his sister comes up to congratulate her brother on a great drive for the win. Make sure you get on your feet, plenty of noise. How about it, folks, your new Queensland champion, Kyle Spicer. Got some more feature races coming your way. Hey, Trav. Well done, Kyle Spicer. And Travis, want to make your way to the infield, please, Trav. Fantastic. A quick presentation of trophies and then we'll get the rest of the finals underway. Now, Kyle very happy about his win, the new Queensland champion. We'll cross down to the QSCA president on the infield, Paul Gannon. It's down to you.
Thank you very much, Rhino. And I know it's tomorrow, so let's get this over and done with. Thank you, folks, for coming out and seeing the junior racing. He lost his national title only by a whisker last weekend. He's picked up a new state title. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Western Australia, the new Queensland Junior Sedan champion, Kyle Spicer.
I'd like to thank my dad and all the pit crew, Rob, David, Edward, Marty, my brother, my mum, and I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Bellray Oils, Perseverance Drilling, Buyers Labour Hire, A1 Patios, Chamberlain's Auto Electrics, Midvale Wreckers, Scaffold Solution Scaffolding, Gentronics, and congratulations to all the other drivers. Thank you.
Good man, Kyle. Thank you very much. I think this is 2 in a row for young David. Second last year? No? Second this year anyway, David Clark.
I'd just like to thank my parents for most likely bringing me here, Yokohama Tyres, all the other competitors, Mack Trucks Brisbane, ABC Auto Gear, and definitely the truck. It's been in excellent shape tonight, and yeah, congratulations to Kyle and all the other winners, sorry. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Third home, all the way from Maryborough, Scotty Thompson.
I'd just like to thank all my family and friends that help out with the car, all my supporters, the rest of the competitors. It was a good race meeting. Yeah, the place getters, congratulations, and yeah, thank you.
Thanks very much. How about a round of applause for our new title holders? This is the third state title run here in Queensland. Western Australia have won it twice and South Australia once. We'll get a Queenslander one day. We'd like to thank Ken Ashurst too. Thank you very much, Ken, for looking after the juniors and your support for the program here tonight. I do believe, I hope I'm not talking out of turn, that they're going to run the last two features. We'll take some photos here. We'll just push the cars out of the harm's way and we'll just keep going. Thanks very much, Rhino.